welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you have not been here before, I am Harmony, and it has been a long ass time, and I'm not gonna apologize for it because I be tired, and I be going through modes and like moments of like what exactly I want to do. So this video in particular, goes along with a photo series. So if you're seeing this video, that means the photos are out, okay? And along with the photos, there are many opportunities to engage with them. So yeah, the OnlyFans link is gonna be up. And also you can see some on Instagram. I'm also going to be selling prints. They are going to be $100 a piece just because this one is nude. So yeah, let's get into it all today. So today I want to talk about my shower chair and why this shoot was like so important. But I mean, we can't talk about the shower chair just by itself without discussing everything. I'm going to put a picture up and I'm going to describe what I am wearing. Well, what I'm wearing. I'm not wearing anything, but so the chair was disco ball mirrored, I guess. So I added mirror pieces around the chair, and then I also added mirror pieces to my pleaser heel. If you know what pleasers are, you're that girl. It's the best stripper shoe out there. It's my favorite personally. I've never had problems with them. But anyway, so yes, I added mirror pieces to the heel, and I also added mirror pieces to the shower chair. And I do also have rings on in the picture, and then with my eyes, they are blue with rhinestones around, kind of in a cat eye-esque vibe. So the idea of this shoot came to me actually when I was laying in bed, just as much as all of my other ideas come to me. They come to me when I am resting or I'm well rested. I did an interview back in February, and I just went to go see like the video in person. It was for Abilities Boston, and basically I talked about like my bed being my safe haven, and like this is where I be, okay? I have no problems staying in the bed. But anyway, so as I was in the bed, this idea came to me about accessibility, and a lot of the times nowhere is accessible. So that's why we do have things like shower chairs. And the thing about it is that everyone could benefit from this shower chair. But that was like a part of the shoot, but also another part of the shoot is to show that accessibility is sexy. Disabled people are sexy, okay? Yeah. Well, I also want to state that everyone's accessibility needs is different, right? Sometimes the shower chairs do not work for people. That's why it's better that spaces are accessible, first off. We should all have a shower bench. I mean, it's like being on a throne. Like, come on now. Who doesn't want to feel this? I feel like I've talked about this before in like a previous video. Like, but I would never go back. I can stand in the shower if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And also, it's not safe because I could slip. Because I do use lots of oils in the shower, okay? So, yeah, I think it's good for everyone to have an accessible shower because also you never know what could happen. I remember before I had became disabled, I was using crutches and I used crutches, oh my gosh, for years. And not like the forearm crutches, which changed the game. The forearm crutches are so much easier to navigate. I use the underarm ones, and honestly, I feel like I lost a lot of feeling from under there because I use them that long. So, yeah, being accessible helps everyone. Everyone. Because again, you never know what could happen. You could be on crutches. And I'm saying all this to say that I think what makes this a thing, right, is because of ableism. This world is meant for disabled folks to not flourish, okay? That's why we have caps on how much we can make if we're on disability. And people can't survive without disability Medicaid, right? Because our bills are so high in the hospitals. So so to first understand everything that we're talking about, we're going to talk about ableism. And I have a definition from Talia. Look, let me make sure I'm saying it correctly. Talia Lewis. If you want to look at this definition, you can go and type in Talia Lewis ableism on Google. And one thing that I love about it is that it says it's a working definition, and I love that because we're always changing, we're always evolving. It's something that's always added to our language, right? And how to express how ableism is being used in this world. Okay. But anyway, so I'm going to read the definition that's on the website. Ableism, a system of assigning value to people's bodies and minds based on societally constructed ideas of normalcy, productivity, desirability, intelligence, excellence, and fitness. These constructed ideas are deeply rooted in eugenics, anti blackness, misogyny, colonialism, imperialism, and capitalism. This systemic oppression leads to people in society determining people's value based on their culture, age, language, appearance, religion, birth, or living place, health slash wellness, and or their ability to satisfactorily reproduce, excel, and behave. You do not have to be disabled to experience ableism. Let's let that sink in. Now I feel like I should have started that, like the video off with that definition. Yeah, but I don't know. It's something about putting it here in the middle too. But let's let that sink in for a minute. And also, I will put the picture up so you can like pause to read. You know what I mean? I wanted to get into some shout outs. Crutches and Spice was actually one of the first people that I heard talk about ableism and talk about how everything touches ableism, like every single thing, like all the isms, the anti blackness, the homophobia, the transphobia, everything is touched by ableism. And so I also wanted to give a shout out to The Future is Disabled. This was like a really nice read. I honestly, I haven't finished it yet. But everything that I have read has been really nice. And it also gives you, you know, like little things of care in here. It talks about like mutual aid. Yes, I highly, highly recommend. So also, on the future is disabled, let's talk about it. When we talk about the future, well, when I'm talking about the future is disabled, first of all, I mean, everyone's probably most likely disabled at this point just because of COVID. COVID has affected everyone's capacity to breathe. Also, just the way the world is moving. Yeah, the genocides, all the things, okay? But anyway, so when I talk about the future is disabled, I'm also saying like we need to change our way of like how we think and how we are creating this world, because we create this world to ignore disabled folks, and honestly, it's really ass backwards, okay? Because the thing is, we are all gonna grow older one day and become elders, right? And we're gonna need assistance. We're gonna need bars on our walls and in our tubs, right? We're going to need more accessible furniture. We're going to need useful ways of navigating this world. Okay? And we are in a world that does not work that way. It works the complete opposite. And like who does that have in mind? Literally nobody. It's almost like the world will just, it doesn't even care about you at all, because if you think about it, you're going to be an elder. Okay? You're going to get older. You're going to have problems. You're going to get in wrecks. Like, things are going to happen, and you are going to need these things to help you navigate this world. I say this all the time that being disabled is not the problem. The world is the fucking problem, okay? Because if the world was accessible, we wouldn't have these issues. Clock it. And also, if that is something that sparks your interest, I think you should look into crypt futurism. So that's kind of also like the style I was going for when I was creating this piece, right? It is to showcase that we are in the future. Yes. And the future is sexy. The future is also disabled. And I'm going to be that girl in the future too. Okay? But anyway, I think you should look into crypt futurism, because we're here, we're always going to be here. And yeah, ableism impacts everybody. And we always say this in the disabled community, and I feel like I've said this several times on my channel, is that if you live long enough, you will become disabled. So let's lock in, okay? I know we always wait till things affect us, but it's time that we start paying attention. That's all. I wanted to end this video, so I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about the vision of the photo shoot. Because I do think sometimes I will put some art out there and I don't give like the idea behind the shoot. I know that some people are, I mean, art is up for interpretation, right? Once it leaves my hands, it's into the buyer, if you must, or the observer or the watcher. But I wanted to share my story behind why this needed to happen and why this took place. I wanted to give you definitions and things to look into, like to further your research on why this is a thing. I wanted to give you some light into some sexy, disabled, futuristic black ass shit. Okay. Yeah, and with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. And let me know in the comments what was your favorite part. Also, go and look at them pictures because, baby, they eat, okay? And also, if you want to support an artist, you can buy a print. I am also working solo now, so I just work for myself. Yes, that is a video for another day, but yes, it is all out there in the world, and yeah, the future is disabled. And thank you for tuning in. My name is Harmony. Mwah. And bye. Until next time. Y'all go check out all the links. Go see them. You won't regret it.